Okay, diagram shows part of the curve y equals cos 2x. It's like cos x, but cos 2x, you think of it, it's going to be stretched, it's actually squished by a scale factor 2, or stretched by a scale factor of a half. Point A is the minimum. State the period. So we've got part A. The first part, state, just means write it down. Cos 2x, it would have been 2 pi. So if we had a normal cos, that bit there would be 2 pi normally, but it's squished. So that bit there now will just be pi. So it's pi rads. Part 2, state the coordinates of A. Well, obviously it's cos, so it goes from 1 and it goes down to -1. So the coordinates have to be finished with -1, the y bit, and the x bit is half the way across, so that's pi over 2. Part 3, solve this inequality. So when is cos of 2x less than or equal to 0.5? Well, 0.5 is there, so that's when it equals this bit, or it could go all the way across here. And when's it equal? It's equal for all these values here. It's less than. It's only when you get beyond this value here that it starts getting more than 0.5. So what I want to do is find out when it equals. So I have cos 2x equals 0.5, and I'm going to have to inverse cos both sides, and that will give me 2x equals cos to the -1 0.5. That's 2x equals, it says give my answers exactly, so I only work it out in degrees to start off with, although I'm working in radians. So cos to -1 of 0.5, well, I know it's going to be 0.5 cos, it's going to be 60 degrees, so 60 degrees, or use a calculator, and 60, that's going to be pi rads divided by 3. So it's pi divided by 3. But for cos, you always get the positive answer or the negative answer. And each of those repeats every 2 pi radians. So 2 pi n plus 2 pi n. I don't want 2x, I want to know what x equals. So halve it, that would be pi over 6 plus pi n. Or minus pi over 6 plus pi n. And now I can work out that x has got to go between 0 and pi, so that'll be pi over 6, or if it ends 1, that'll be too big, so it's minus pi over 6 plus pi, and that'll be 5 pi over 6. But that's when it actually equals, so that basically is that point there and this point here. You want between them, so therefore pi over 6 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 5 pi over 6. And it's less than or equal to because that's what my first inequality said here. Right, part B. I've got to solve this equation between 0 and pi, and, well, so I've got cos 2x equals square root of 3 times sine 2x. So obviously I need something about tan, so I'm going to divide both sides by cos 2x, and that will give me cos 2x divided by cos 2x is 1 equals root 3, and then sine 2x divided by cos 2x is tan 2x. So therefore tan 2x equals 1 over root 3. Again, I'm going to do that in degrees. So tan to -1 of 1 over root 3 equals 30 degrees. And that is 180 divided by 6, so it's pi divided by 6 rads. So that'll give me 2x equals pi over 6 rads, and that repeats, tan repeats every 180 degrees, and that's plus every pi n. Divide by 2, that gives me x equals pi over 12 plus pi over 2n. And we've got to go between 0 and pi, so therefore x will equal pi over 12, or n could be 1, so it's a half pi, or 6/12 of pi plus another 12 pi, or 7/12 of pi, so 7/12 of pi. And the next one will be when n is 2, and that's beyond the pi. The important thing with these things is when you get rid of the cos to the minus 1, at that stage, put in all the values, because you have to divide by 2. So you've got the positive value or the negative value for when cos to minus 1 goes. When tan to the minus 1 goes, you get the angle, but each one of those repeats every pi n radians, for pi radians. And then when you divide by 2, you have to divide that bit by 2 as well. So as soon as the tan to minus 1 or sine to minus 1 or cos to minus 1 goes, put in every possibility. And that's question 9 done and the whole paper done.